Business Podcast with Frank Furness.
Well, hi everybody and welcome to Sales School, and this is Frank Furness, where we're going to help you make more money by mastering sales, dominating marketing, and really being happy. So we're going to start off by looking at prospecting in the next couple of episodes. Hey, this is Frank. Enjoy today's episode. Hi, this is Frank, and welcome back to telephoning. Now, here's some of the things you've got to think about before you either cold call or warm call. If you want to be effective in phoning, phone every day. It's got to be like a habit. It's got to be like brushing your teeth, that if you don't do it, you're not going to get the appointments. You know, if you don't brush your teeth, you're going to feel uncomfortable. With phoning, it's exactly the same. I remember when I started out in sales, I always try and find the top person and then just copy what they're doing. We had a crazy guy called John Fisher. He was the top salesperson. He'd make 100 cold calls and he'd get about 95 appointments. Amazing guy. So I said to him, can I come in and just follow you, see what you're doing? He said, yeah, the office is open at 8. You get in at 7. You follow me. And I got in, and the guy started running up and down the corridor shouting, I'm fantastic, I'm wonderful, I'm going to get all of the phone calls, I'm going to make it happen. And I realized this guy was just setting himself up mentally before he picked up the phone. I'd then see some of the other guys coming in, and they'd be, phone, I hate the phone. Well, your brain just does exactly what you tell it. If you tell your brain, I hate phoning, you're going to get there and you're going to be the most miserable bugger in the world. So this guy comes in, he says, I love phoning, and he goes and he makes it happen. So you've got to phone every day, and also phone when your energy levels are highest. For me, that's first thing in the morning. 2 o'clock in the afternoon is going to be way more difficult, but you've also got to phone when it's convenient for your prospects. I used to do a lot of work with dentists. The only time I could phone them was lunchtime, between 1 and 2. The other time, they're making money, they're working with their patients. If you're working with lawyers, it might be different. If you're working in the construction industry, when is the best time for you to phone your customers? You've got to know your script. I mentioned it in the last video. I'm going to be giving you some scripts. You've got to know those scripts off by heart, and you've got to be totally organized. You've got to be totally organized. All you want in front of you, if you want to have that script there, but I would say learn it off by heart, you've got to have your list of prospects, and you've got to have your diary. You've also got to be totally focused, and don't do anything that can distract you from the phoning, because this is what normally happens. Hey, this is Frank Furness, can I come and see you? No, thanks. This is Frank Furness, can I come and see you? No. This is Frank, you don't really want to see me, do you? And then all of a sudden those emails become so important, all of those letters, everything else that can distract me will distract me. I worked with a company in Hong Kong. I was working with their sales force, and they have a rule there. If they're on the phone, their screen has to be turned off, otherwise they get a Hong Kong $50 fine. Now I thought that's a bit crazy, but then I thought about it. Do you know what? You can't concentrate on two things at the same time. I could be talking to my mom on the phone, and she will say to me, switch off your computer. Because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to read my emails, I'm trying to have a look at some stuff on Google, and at the same time concentrate. Well, you can't do that. You've absolutely just got to focus on that phone. So be totally concentrated. Some other things you've got to do is you've got to psych yourself up. You've got to be 1000% enthusiastic. If you're not enthusiastic, how are you going to get your customers enthusiastic? So again, like John Fisher running up and down, what do you do that gets you into the right frame of mind? You've got to think about that whole psychological side, your body language. If you're sitting and you're crumpled up like this is how your voice is going to sound. Stand up. If I've got that important call to make, I stand up, I close my eyes, and I just focus and I concentrate on that call. I mean, phoning is one of the best skills in the world, but you've got to get all of those basic things right before you even phone. Well, I really hope you enjoyed today's podcast. And remember, if you'd like to book me to speak at your next conference or do some sales training, either in person or via Zoom remotely, please drop me an email, frank@frankfurness.com. Also, please take a look at my website, frankfurness.com. And take a look at some of my courses on productivitycenter.com. Remember also to connect with me on all of the social media channels. They're all under Frank Furness, especially LinkedIn, where I'm almost up to 30,000. And every day I have some great new ideas and tips on sales, marketing, speaking, and anything that will make you money. Hey, this is Frank. See you in the next episode.